I spent a lot of time in high schools talking to kids, and when I would ask them about why they were successful,
I'm so proud.
the kids would always talk about their parents. And they would say, you know, my parents pushed me, my parents helped me, my parents supported me. They told me about their grandparents and aunts and uncles and older brothers and sisters that really pushed them. And I began to see that the kids were telling me that this was a key component of their success. Now, when I asked school staff about family engagement, I was surprised to hear that many of them thought that the parents weren't involved at all. So here on the one hand, you have the students telling me that their families were a key component of their education, but the school staff were telling me that they thought the parents weren't involved at all.
We got 3 layers of the heart. Tell us the outermost layer.
I was really wondering about that mismatch, and I realized if we could get more of this engagement, more partnership, as we say now, that probably would be a good thing in terms of not just an individual success, but whole school success and whole school reform. So I wanted to study a place where family engagement was working.
Dr. Mapp developed a theory called the joining process.
First of all, the school staff was welcoming to families. Families weren't sort of the add-on that you talk to your families just at parent-teacher conferences and that's it. They saw families as key to the success of the school.
Okay, take over.
Help make the bed.
And the other thing is the staff let families know we can't do this by ourselves.
All right, we're going to arts.
Yeah, arts and literature.
They said, you are a part of this team and we need you every step of the way. The staff honored them and made them feel like they had skills to contribute to the educational enterprise.
Why don't you read it?
Wacky has.
And then last but not least, they connected with families on what was important, and that was the child. Parents were making decisions about curriculum and instruction with the teachers.
But we can also use these angles if we like them.
When I observe and I watch and I see places that have been really good at connecting with families, I see those 3 pieces all the time.
Dr. Mapp and her colleagues found that this kind of family engagement and partnerships between families and school have a positive impact on students.
Studying for the test tomorrow.
Increases grades and test scores, helps students in terms of their attitudes around schooling, helps them to figure out which programs they should enroll in, and helps reduce dropout rates, helps reduce suspensions, all of these things.
Dr. Mapp developed a system for assessing where a school and district stand in terms of partnership.
We used a system, and that is a rubric that goes from 1, which is usually below basic, right up to 4, which is advanced. 1 we call a fortress school. And a fortress school is where you hear things like parents don't care. 2 is what we call come if we call schools. And those are schools that pretty much operate under the mantra, don't call us, we'll call you. We have our parent-teacher nights, we expect you to be here, but don't show up when you're not announced. Number 3, a little bit better, an open door school. Now we have, school staff who are welcoming to parents, where you have parents, community members, and school staff all working together to plan your family engagement initiatives.
What did we say the different types of questions we can ask our children? What do you think the book is about, right?
Now 3 is still very school-centric. So all of the programming and the initiatives are really planned by school staff.
Is that in simplest form?
No.
4 is a partnership school. In a partnership school, families are there in decision-making roles.
If we know when this group comes to you, you don't have as much, help, we could put her in on that time.
Everyone owns the work. The work becomes a shared responsibility, and it's where we're working together as a team, not where family engagement and community engagement is an add-on.
Ready to go to school?
You know that you're a partnership school when you ask your families about their relationship to the school, and when your families say to you, I feel like a member of the school family, this is an important finding, that these parents really feel like they're connected to the school. That's very different from what you normally hear from parents.
Let's go with the gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Very good.
What I've seen when we talk about family engagement is this whole thing about collective empowerment. and what they can do with that once they see their own power. If you let families know that we want a partner, that we don't want this to be an adversarial relationship where we change the paradigm from us, them to we, I think that we can get a lot more work done. This is all built on relationships. We have a longitudinal study that shows that family and community ties are a key part of reform.
4 and 3.
Yeah,
Not 2.
you got it.
Family engagement is a part of the teaching and learning strategy.
I am a parent from the Professional Performing Arts School.
It cannot be something that you do when you get around to it. If you want your school to improve, it's got to be a part of the strategy.